Hey folks, how you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel. Here I am on a new bike, the IBEX, putting it through its paces. Something new for me is the ADV world. I've always ridden sport bikes, some cruisers, but nothing like the ADVs. Off-roading and the type of bike and the whole hobby of ADV is completely new to me. So far what I can tell you that is actually very enjoyable. I love riding off-road. I love the stance of the bike. I'm not completely sold out of street bikes, sport bikes, upright bikes. However, I wouldn't mind having this bike added to my GSXS 1000, for instance. And that's why I think I need to keep both. The more I think about it, I think I'm getting convinced that I need to have one of each bikes. At one point, I was getting ready to sell that bike, my Suzuki, but then I decided to no. I need to keep the other one for what it does, and I need to keep this one for what this one offers, which is dirt roads, mountain climbing, going to places basically the street bike can't, on foot you can't, and you need something of this nature, an ADV bike, to be able to get to those places. So yeah, so far so good. The bike is braking in good. I'm still in a braking period on this bike, so I'm watching the RPM, I'm watching, you know, as much as I can, obviously. Haven't had the first oil change done yet, which is coming up soon, almost. So far so good. I mean, I like the handling of the bike. The herky-jerky throttle that people keep complaining about on this bike is there. It's real. It's not like it doesn't exist. However, it's not horrible to the point where it's a deal breaker. For instance, my Suzuki, the GSXS 1000, had similar, very alike symptoms of herky-jerky throttling, which I got it fixed by flashing the ECU on that with exhaust, which can be done for this bike too. You know, all you can do is flash it, but it's not, honestly, I'm at a point with this bike right now that it doesn't even bother me at all. If it really starts bothering me, then I might end up changing it, like flashing ECU. But right now, like, I mean, it's doing everything fine. This bike is so easy to ride, it's like a bicycle. You don't even feel like you're on the bike, you don't even feel like you're putting in effort. The windscreen right now, I have it on a high position because I was on a high-speed chase, high-speed run with my buddy on the straightaways, and the winds got really high, so I was like, okay, you know what, let me try to lift this up, which should help. And it actually does. It helps a lot. Once you lift it up, you can feel the wind going right over your helmet. And I'm not the tallest person here in the room, so, you know, being average height with the original windscreen on a high position all the way up is plenty to cover you from the direct wind, which I used to experience on my GSXS 1000, and then I've added that little windscreen on it. It helped a lot. I mean, it didn't cut it completely, but it helped a lot, the windscreen. On this one, yeah, it totally like almost cuts off the whole wind out of your face, helmet. You know, the outside shoulders are a little bit exposed, obviously. You feel it, but it's not to the point where it bothers you or it's unbearable or it's bad. So if you're doing like an average 65-70 miles an hour on the freeway and you have the windscreen up on high, you're totally fine. You're good. So honestly, like, feedback so far on the bike, it's been great. No complaints, none whatsoever. It's been doing everything fine, whatever I ask it to do. No matter what, it's got you. It'll take you to places you want to go, and it'll never let you down. honestly, like, yeah, so far that's my experience. Enjoying every minute on it. Trying to put in the braking miles and, you know, get that first oil changed. And then I can open it up the way it needs to be opened up and ridden. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. But as of now, unfortunately, I didn't have my GoPro on when I was riding with my buddy on his T7. It was a good run. We covered a lot. I mean, today, let me see. Yeah, basically, like, still covering the mileage, but putting about 130 miles of, you know, mountain roads and twisties and a little bit of off-road and a little bit of everything. So yeah, you know what, I mean, this is a segment that I wasn't even thinking about getting into, to be honest. But my buddy, thanks to him, putting the pressure on me, telling me that I need to get a bike, that he's doing the off-roading. He got rid of his MT-09 and got a T7. He already has the CRF 300L as well. So for him, he's got like 2 adventure bikes, off-roads. And I have a street bike. And then it was like, look, you should consider getting one or sell the other one, get one. And I told them, look, I don't know, because I don't think I might, who knows, I might not like the sport. It might not be for me. I might not like it. I need to try it out first. I don't want to jump into it. If I sell my other bike, and then what's going to happen if I don't like it? I'm going to regret it, and all those questions, right? So instead of selling the other one then buying this one, I decided to just go ahead and buy this one, see how I like it, and if I didn't like it, I could always sell this one back and keep the other one. However, I'm glad I did that, because now I really love this bike, and I'm not gonna lie and say I don't like the other one or I'm tired of the other one. No, the other one is the beast, and she has her own place and use case, and this one has its own style, use case, and place. So you know what, people wonder, why do riders need more than one motorcycle? Why isn't just one enough for these people? What's wrong with their heads? They need some therapy or whatever. They keep buying motorcycles. But you know what, the only way to know why people might do that or need that is if you're a rider yourself, and if you experience these machines and feel their handling and their capabilities, and you put them through their paces for what they're designed to do, and only then you realize that, you know what, if I'm doing long rides and I'm going to, I don't know, 200-300 mile days, I might need an adventure bike or a big heavy cruiser, maybe a Harley, maybe a Goldwing, maybe something in between, but more upright, more comfortable, to just pile up those miles and don't get beat up doing that. So, and when you start going on the off-road route, adventure motorcycling, like such as this one for entry level or whatever, then you realize that, you know what, I need a separate machine dedicated to do that, to cover the locations that I cannot reach on any other bike, whether that's a sport bike, a cruiser, city motorcycle, a naked, or yeah, unless it's like a dirt bike, unless it's got the ADB capabilities, the tires, the ground clearance. There's a lot of places you're not going to be able to reach on any other motorcycle besides what this segment requires, such as, you know, CRF 300s, maybe the Himalayan, the IBEX, so on and so forth, and then getting to bigger ones, the T7 and the Africa for more of a touring but somewhat of an off-road as well. So yeah, I mean, honestly, the only way to know why people suffer with multiple motorcycle syndrome of ownership is to be a rider yourself, and then you'll know. Then it won't be so weird, or you won't think these people are out of their minds or greedy and it's never enough for them. Why do they get 2 or 3 or 4 motorcycles? What's going on? That's what's exactly happening. Now coming back to this bike and what it does, I got big plans for this bike. Basically I'm thinking about keeping this for a long time, for a very long time as a matter of fact, hopefully, and therefore I'm thinking about fitting it with pretty much all the goodies, from crash parts to protections. A lot of upgrades coming up on this motorcycle. So since it's brand new, not even broken in yet, I mean, I got the oil and the filters ready, and I'm trying to cover the mileage on this so I can do the 500 or 600 mile initial braking, depending on if I feel like doing it at 500, I'll do it at 5, I won't wait for the 600, or I'll just wait until the 600 and do it then. And so after I break it in, do the braking first service, get rid of, you know, whatever comes out, put a fresh oil, then it'll be ready to actually maybe get an upgrade of tires, more serious off-road tires, because with this, yeah, you can do so much, but if you're serious about covering the off-road business, then I think honestly you might need more off-road oriented tires on this machine, which is doing great. It's doing a good job on the pavement, you know, smooth rides and not bad at all, and handles some of the off-road, no problem. But if you get more serious, maybe muddy, sand, and a little bit getting stuck in deeper sand, yeah, these tires, they just won't cut it, you know. So that's gonna be my next thing to look into, the tires, and of course adding all the protections and the stuff needed for this bike to have. That way you can, you know, be ready for all kinds of tossing around. So hopefully that's my next upgrade session on little bits of parts and here and there, you know, upgrades, whatever it needs, added, and then, you know, just enjoy it like that. But yeah, I mean, economy wise, what am I getting? What does it show? Like, well, it varies, but right now, like, for, you know, for today, for instance, it's showing 65.6 miles average per gallon, and that's normal riding, of course, watching the RPM somewhat, not the pass, you know, the recommended, which is I'm above 300, so I'm trying to keep it below around 6,000, you know, the RPMs, which the book says keep it at 4 and below the first 300 miles, and then do another 300 miles keeping it below around 6,000, and you can do the first service at 600 miles, which, like I said, in my case, I just might end up doing an oil change at 500 miles instead of 600. We'll see. I'm not sure about that. You know what, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna lower the windscreen right now. Let's do this while riding and while turning, so you can see that it's not a biggie, that you can do this in any position, anytime, highway, canyons, roads, city streets, whenever. You can change your positioning of your windscreen. It's not going to bother you, it's not going to get in the way of anything, you know. You take it as it comes, the weather wise, wind wise. So yeah, I mean, so far it's been a good motorcycle. It's been comfortable, it's been nice, enjoyable. Economy is there. I mean, on my Suzuki, on a good day, my average is probably what, 32, 33 on a GSXS 1000. This thing is like crazy, 65. I've never seen such a gas mileage ever, like in my cars or motorcycles. This is the first time, you know. So I mean, I don't really mind, because if you're doing performance stuff, you know, if you're doing performance stuff, whether it's a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, whatever, you know, motorcycle, Hayabusa, Suzuki, whatever, if you're doing performance stuff in that business, then you can't be, I mean, yeah, you can't have everything together. You have your ups and downs, positives and negatives, pros and cons. So that's why I expect the poor gas mileage out of a performance machine. So I don't mind that, but also to have something that can again, eat up miles, go far, and go off-road, and stay on the pavement, and cover pretty much to everything all around there, and then still give you, what, 65 to 70 mpg? Yeah, this is insane, to me, at least. I know some people, you know, you can probably get 60 miles a gallon out of a Prius, but not in my case. Like I said, I'm not used to that kind of a mileage, mpg. And living in California, yeah, I was reading an article yesterday that this one gas station in California is already charging $10 a gallon, which is just absurd, ridiculous. Of course, go Cali. We got this beauty, we got these roads, we got these canyons, we got this great motorcycling, and then we got everything else bad, horrible. Everything else is a negative pretty much. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame. Things need to get changed quick, and if they don't, yeah, it's gonna get worse and worse and worse. But yeah, coming back to the topic, everything else aside, I mean, like I said, I mean, riding this bike is a no-brainer. It's like a bicycle almost. Easy, breezy, peasy, no worries, you know, like fun bike. And you know, thank you, I appreciate it. Thank you. Yep, some nice people, you know, they see you, they blink away and let you go. You know, it's not like I'm on a sport bike and, you know, dragging my knees right now, but still, you know, like for a spirited riding on two wheels, thankfully some people understand, which is highly appreciated from us riders, when people understand and give us a little space to pass and do our thing. Because it's not like every day we're out here doing this once a week. We're trying to, you know, enjoy our machines, you know, paying so much money for these things, the maintenance, that's another thing, the tires, everything getting so expensive. Yeah, I mean, at least you want to get your benefits of owning the machine and being in it, and, you know, just enjoy it one time out of the week, one day. So, like I said, it's highly appreciated when people, and a lot of folks do. Thankfully, a lot of people do. Here in California, yeah. I guess, you know, they know that a lot of riders are out here, you know, like they like to enjoy their motorcycles, so it's always appreciated when people understand and value that and just let us through. It's just I mean, you don't have to pull over like the guy did, you know, just take it, pull it to the shoulder a little bit, slow down, and we'll pass, we'll get the message and appreciate it, of course. Yeah. And so this is our beloved turns, home sweet home to us. All the bikes end up here, you know, performing and doing their thing on those turns and off-roads, and can't go wrong with California beauty when it comes to nature, motorcycling, canyons. And maybe second place, or no, well, first place might be Hawaii, then second maybe California, weather-wise, nature-wise. But other than that, we got a lot to do with California nightmares, with everything else that's going on. But yeah, see, when you got a line of cars coming down all together at the same time, then there is no point, you know, like people don't want to pull over or let you through, because at this point they figure that there are so many cars, if the last guy right here pulls over and lets me go, the next car is going to slow me down, the car in front of him is not going to do the same, not everybody's going to do the same. So that's why a lot of people just drive their drive at this point, because, you know, if there's somebody up front slowing everybody down, oh well, I guess everybody goes slow, including us motorcycles. So that's fine.